Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. Right, I'm going to show you some progress on the railcar. Today I was less busy with work and I've also got a very sore back because here in northeastern Italy the temperature dropped from, it was suddenly very warm, excessively warm. It was like summer. Last Sunday I was wearing a summer jacket and summer trousers and it was like 26 degrees centigrade, and it dropped to 11, 10, cold, snow in the mountains and rain and wind, and my back, which back had got used to a nice mild climate in Malta on my holiday, and then my back came back here and found a very nice, it was getting really warm, even too warm, and suddenly, boom! The temperature dropped, bad weather, and my back is a bit unhappy. A little bit better today. The weather's really getting worse anyway. Apart from chatting away and updating you about the condition of my back, which I do not think is the purpose of this channel, let's have a look at what I've been doing. So today I cut out all the windows on this side, this wall, using the cutter, my cutter, here it is. The blades, I began using a started blade, which I'd used for other jobs. Was getting a bit blunt, so at the end I changed the blade. I buy the blades on Amazon, of course, where else? And when you're cutting 0.75 styrene, you can see that it's 0.75 millimeters thick. This is tough stuff, in particular when you're doing windows. It's very difficult to I just follow the pencil line when I'm doing this. But this is tough material, and so the windows never really come perfect. It's easier to file down and smooth down the uprights. The uprights are easier to handle. The horizontal parts, I have to say that it didn't come bad. On the doors, I just opened these rectangular windows, but the doors will be covered in another way, I'll tell you right now. So what I'm going to do a similar job to what I did on the rail bus, the green rail bus you've seen in previous videos, but also something similar to what we see on the Corbellini. You can see that the Corbellini, there is a sort of reinforcing rib here on the bodywork of the Corbellini carriage, here and here, and I'm actually going to make a reinforcing rib above the window and below the window, which will sort of replicate the same family feeling as on the rail bus. The rail bus is in its box now, I can't show you that. And it gives, which I will probably paint these in contrasting color, or anyway, we'll talk about the livery of this rail bus at the end. I've got some ideas anyway. I've got some ideas on the color, and but that's far away in the future for the moment. So I'm going to fit these 2mm 0.75, this is 0.75 millimeter thick, 2mm deep ribs, and these are already pre-cut, and you'll see that I'm going to fit them above the window line to straighten up the top of the windows. And I'll also fit them, let's see if maybe I can use a little clothes peg just so that I simulate what's going on. This way you see things in place, more or less, more or less. And then I'm going to use another bit underneath. I've got also clip-ins of this material from when I did the previous job, but I'm going to do the same thing under here, so as to reinforce the window area. I had even considered adding some under here, but I don't think it's necessary because I trimmed the bottom using the sharp cutter blade, the new cutter blade. So the result will be, in fact, now after filming, I'm actually going to do this job. That way in the next video you'll see it. And I'll just cement this on using Tamiya cement. So that will be the result, more or less, like so, just to cover the irregular lower and upper edges of the window to give it a nice clean. And this also, it gives a nice three-dimensional effect to the side of the rail car, as well as making it more rigid, increasing rigidity as it would do in real life. This would be the purpose of these ribs, to make things more rigid. So that's one thing. Then when I finished, I added this part, because remember when I cut these, pardon me, when I cut them, I just marked them out on the styrene board, and I just cut them flush at the bottom. Instead, we have to have this step. This is for the bottom of the doors for coming in, as you can see on the pattern. You see there's a paper pattern. And then I'm going to give a good three-dimensional effect, I'm going to glue the actual doors on top of here. So I'm just going to cut the windows through these doors. This is much easier to cut styrene, because this is white styrene, 0.3 millimeters thick, so 0.30. This is Rabush Super Sheets, made in the Netherlands in this case here. So this is much easier to cut, and this of course will be cemented on top of the doors where the door space is, and I'll probably put a rib here. I might put a rib here, I might not put a rib here, to get down to the bottom. So I just glued, this part was cut out from a trimming, because when I'm working with styrene, I never ever throw away all the various trimmings. I keep all my trimmings in a little box, and that way whenever I need something, I have plenty of trimmings and things from previous jobs. So that's what I've been doing. So let me know what you think about this. And another thing I did, I've already prepared the cab door. I have using the cutter blade, I already made the incision of the door. So the door, maybe you can notice it, I don't know if you can see it. The door already has a three-dimensional effect, and even the roller blind of the luggage compartment. If I do this with a pencil, you'll hear the noise. You hear that it's rough. There you go, that's it. So this has already been prepared, and I'll just paint over this, and I'll decide what to do when I decide what color to make this thing. Further on, even suggestions for delivery, no problem, let me know what you think. Okay, very well, so that's that for the moment. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, and if you want to share it as well. That's it. And then I wanted to also show you what styrene I use. This is Evergreen Scale Models. This is made in the USA. I don't know if you can see, made in the USA there, made in the USA. This is made in the USA. I buy this at a local store called Steel Models. Very good shop. They both wholesale and both retail and wholesalers. Very good store, very convenient prices here in Padova. It's actually in Albignasico, just outside Padova, and this is the transparent, the polystyrene transparent clear sheets here. You can see that 0.25 millimeters. I've got some thicker stuff as well. I'll be using this because you don't want things to be too thick on a small scale model like this one here. That's it for the moment. I'll be continuing work something now. Little update video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm very busy, so I don't think might manage to do anything on this, but that's it. Cheerio, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.